We are live. Good morning. It's Saturday morning, the last day of July of 2021. Can you believe it? July 31st, 2021, the day after the episode premiere of episode 14 of The Bad Batch. We only have 16 episodes that we have been given, approved, talked about. We only know of 16, so there's only 2 more of these. How do you feel about that? Let's start off with that.
I'm kind of sad to see the show coming to an end for this season, but I am also really excited to see what they're going to end it on. Is it going to be on a cliffhanger? Is it going to be on a family fixing their little problems? What's it going to be about? That's what I'm
and let's be real. Is it, hey, Anthony, what's going on, buddy? Is it 2 more episodes in the season? Or is it 2 more episodes total? Like, we don't even know. We don't have any confirmation that The Bad Batch is coming back. I suspect it is. I hope it is. I don't know it is. Episode 14 was great. I mean, we'll get to the end, and I'll ask you at the end what you thought of episode 14 overall. I loved it. I thought it was great. The last few weeks have been a little slow, side action, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I was interested the whole time. I was excited the whole time. I had some questions. I wanted, because she's the expert in the family on Bad Batch and the Clone Wars and all that. Hey, Mom, your grandma's in the chat. Grandma. And I wanted to stop in the middle and say, wait, who's that? And what's that? Gregor and all that. So we got a lot to talk about. We're starting a little late today. So I don't know. We might go long. We talk pretty fast, but we've got a lot to talk about. Don't you think? Yeah. Let's just get to it. Okay. And I'm using the Den of Geek. Den of Geek is one of the great places for lots of reviews of geeky things. Check them out. I've used them many, many times. I highly recommend them. Star Wars, The Bad Batch, episode 14. They infiltrate a secret Imperial base to rescue a trapped clone in episode 14. It's called War Mantle, which to me says you're getting ready for war, right? Yeah. Couple amazing things happen pretty darn quick. Several returning The Clone Wars characters have major but understated roles as the show details how the clone troopers are being used to train their stormtrooper replacements, with connections to both previous animated shows and Rogue One. War Mantle slots right in to the wider saga while also standing on its own. I found so many things interesting. I don't know who Gregor is. I do now. But when he popped up, I didn't know who Gregor was. Me neither. That name, it was familiar, but I didn't know where it was from. That was the real thing that I want, because I want to, okay, let's hit pause and then ask her questions, but I try not to do that because then it ruins the flow, right? But yeah. Sometimes I do that. But those are stormtroopers, people. That's the first time we see stormtroopers, right? Like we see stormtroopers. I don't really understand why the Empire doesn't want clones. They want these people. I think it's about enslavement. It's money, Dad, actually. Tell me. You see, it costs a small fortune with Kaminoans make clones. Uh-huh. So the Kaminoans being the real tall neck guys. Yeah, the recruits will volunteer for free, and all they have to provide them is food and warm places. It's kind of like slavery. They take all the people in all throughout the galaxy who are poor, and they take. I get it. And that's why, and it fits right. It slots right in with the pew, pew, pew. They can't hit the side of the barn. Why? Because they're just dudes. They're just people. They're not highly trained like our clones were. Exactly. Interesting stuff. Anthony says, honestly, I'm still thinking that our animated version of Mace Windu is going to make a cameo in the 2-part season finale. Do you guys agree? Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Hey, Nico, what's going on, buddy? I think it's funny that an organization, geez, how do I say this? It's. I mean, they even say it in the show, right? It's numbers versus skill. At some point, numbers will overcome skill, I guess. But 100 dudes with a stick, one guy with a actual blaster. The odds are into one guy's favor. I would say, yeah. I'm in for a minute. Resort Budgeting, who was excited about this morning's show, but has something to do, showed up anyway. What's going on, buddy? Hope you're having a great Saturday. Whatever you're doing, I hope it's fun, and I hope it gives you a good day. All right, so let's take a look at Star Wars connections and references we spotted. So this is from Den of Geek that I want to do because I want to get your reaction. Dad, real fast. Anything. It's your show.
Personally, I think that something's just not right. Like with Crosshair, like something just doesn't feel right in this episode. Like something's off, in my opinion.
I mean, we can get to the end right now if we want. Like what?
No. Okay. We're saving that for suspense.
So what we're doing right now is some connections because I wanted to know them. I found them interesting, so I want to share them with you and then get your guys' response and your response, of course. CC5576, the guy they're going to save, right? Gregor. The episodes, again, reading from Den of Geek. It's not me. This is somebody else's work. I want to give credit where credit's due. The episode's major new character is actually a returning face from the Clone Wars, which I didn't know.
I've never seen him before.
I mean, I knew it had to be from Clone Wars.
Again, there are multiple
I
episodes, and I don't have them all memorized by heart.
She has a lot of them memorized. That's kind of crazy. Although you wouldn't necessarily know it. There you go. He first appeared in the episode Missing in Action in season 5 of the Clone Wars we're talking about, living as an amnesiac dishwasher. I don't know. R2-D2. He couldn't remember stuff, but he was doing dishes.
Oh.
Amnesiac means you usually get hit in the head and you can't remember stuff.
Oh, yeah, like
happens
amnesia.
to me every 4 o'clock. All right. So anyway, and others found his clone armor and jogged his memory. So R2-D2 and some other people found his armor and then, hey, you're this guy. Just in time for Gregor to be seemingly killed in battle. But he was confirmed to have survived that blast in Rebels, where he teams up with Rex and other retired clones hiding from the Empire. Gregor really did die in the fight against the Empire in Rebels, but not before telling Rex he was glad to fight for a cause he actually chose to believe in. I didn't know any of that.
Me neither.
Kind of cool, right? Anthony says, I will compare the Empire doing what they're doing with the stormtroopers to what the NCAA is doing with college athletes. Anthony, I love you. I think I love it. It's totally true. The NCAA, you know what? The NCAA might be worse than the Empire because the Empire loses to the good guys. The NCAA continually wins, and they're the evil Empire. So, but I like that a lot. Although the NCAA is about to lose because of the new rule changes. Anyway, here for a moment in the house. Thanks for being here. By the way, a couple people in green here for a moment. Eileen, they are members of the channel. Thank you so much for being members of the channel. If you're interested in being members of the channel, you show up in green. We see you in chat a little easier. You have access to emojis, and you bless me and my family. Thank you for that so much. Okay, Scorch and the Republic Commandos. Let's talk about them. Project Warmantle places clone commandos as instructors for conscripted stormtroopers. So this is like being fired, right? We were watching somebody else say this. Being fired from your job and being asked to train them, yes?
Yeah.
The clones are studs, right?
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
And they get all these farm boys like Luke Skywalker and stuff like that coming in, and they got to teach them how to be studs.
Yeah,
kind of dumb. Anyway, it turns
cruel.
I mean, the Empire's not known for their, being nice.
Good point.
I think so. It turns out some of these commandos are familiar. The trooper with the white and yellow armor and a bright blue visor is RC-1262 Scorch. Does that mean anything to you?
Nope.
Okay.
Never heard of it.
Didn't mean anything to me either. One of the clone troopers from Republic. Oh, because we don't play video games. I should have kept reading. From the Republic Commando video game. That's cool, which is no longer canon. Even cooler. But Scorch was later recanonized with a minor role in the Clone Wars Season 3 episode, Witches of the Mist. That's a lot of deep dive stuff. I like this deep dive stuff. I didn't know any of that.
That's interesting.
I think so. Yeah. And then we've got.
But I've seen almost the entire Clone Wars. And I don't think there is an episode called Witches of the Mist.
Oh, there's the origin of the TK troopers. On the other side of the clone conscript divide in the early days of the Empire are the human soldiers with the TK designation, who the Empire have gathered from around the galaxy. The Bad Batch points out that they don't have any loyalty to the Republic and instead are blank slates to project the ideals of the Empire upon and spread them. Interesting. The TK designation was used for stormtroopers, call signs from the very beginning, popularized with the TK-421 and A New Hope. That goes way back. Dizzy Dan in the house. What's going on, Dizzy Dan? All the way from across the Atlantic. So that's kind of interesting, right? So TK-421, that's like 1977, brand new Star Wars before you were even born stuff. Let me get caught up in chat. Francisco in the house, my Dodger band. What's going on? Anthony says, I thought the point of the Bad Batch is they're defective clones, that the chips aren't working, or they're revolting against what the chip is telling them to do. So I think the Clone Wars is about some people standing up to it. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm diving in too deep too early here, but okay. So we're told that if you don't flip your switch, you're just going to follow blindly. But we've seen some clones that aren't on the bad guy side. There's a couple clones out there that are fighting against it or have figured out how to. I mean, am I crazy? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's got to be something else.
And I just want to say this real fast. In my opinion, there are two different types of people. The type, yes. You know how
good looking and ugly?
No. Oh. If any of you guys have ever seen an ocean or a lake, have you ever noticed how waves just crash onto the shore right after another?
Yeah.
Some people are like that. They blindly follow people without question. And there are others who ask questions and do what's right. There are some people who don't blindly follow. Those are two very different people.
Analogy from Reagan. I like that. So the waves are just stupid robots?
Exactly.
I kind of like them. That's good, though. I like that a lot. You know what? We should get that on video. Joseph Pita from Russia saying something. I don't know. Welcome in, Joseph. I don't speak Russian, but hello. Anyway, on the other side of the clone conscript divide in the early days of the Empire are human soldiers. I just read that. I love that analogy. That was pretty good. Death Star connections want more. Deep stuff, right? Deep stuff. Deep stuff with Reagan on Saturday morning. I'm going to need more coffee if we're going to let her get that deep. Some of the music in the episode is reminiscent of Death Star escape scenes in New Hope. Did you notice that? I noticed some of the music when they were running down the hallway. Is that a hallway? Can I call it a hallway?
It seemed, yeah.
They were in a hallway. They were moving fast. It seemed to me to be Star Wars-esque, New Hope-esque. I liked it. Reiki has amazing insight, right? And I can barely see because I only have had a little bit of coffee. Another thing War Mantle shares with the Death Star is the thermal exhaust port, right?
Actually, there's something else I want to
mention. You can. It's your show. You can mention whatever you want.
Just so you guys know why I brought up that analogy is that I think the Empire's taking advantage of those people who blindly follow others, like the waves, while the others who ask questions and don't follow orders, like Hunter and his team, for example, those are the
They're
ones
definitely
that
making their own decisions. Yep. Mm-hmm.
If you ask me, you should ask questions, especially if you think someone is doing something wrong. And it's very important to be honest with people when you think they're doing something that you know for a fact is wrong. Unless
your dad wants to Diet Pepsi and then blindly follow the leaders.
There's a difference between doing something nice for your father and blindly following someone evil.
I love that. I love that so much, and I'm proud of you for it. So honestly, that one of the things that I fell in love with Star Wars at an early age for, and what I still like as a 51-year-old dude, it is think for yourself, don't follow blindly. And in this age of 2021, 2020,
2020 wackiness.
It's crazy, right? And there's so many people who used to hate the government now follow them blindly, and who then just everybody, it seems so up is down and down is up. And I think obviously what George Lucas was doing, going back in the way back, was she's the philosophy girl, I'll be the Star Wars guy. Go, hey, Mickey Bunch, what's going on? What's going on? Star Wars was written from George Lucas's perspective of stormtroopers, bad, Nazism, bad, totalitarianism, bad. I'm not going political on you. Okay, maybe a little. It is about not following the evil empire. Tolkien writes Lord of the Rings as an extension of, as a fantasy world created on top of the mess that was World War I, right? Lucas is doing the same thing with the Empire and the stormtroopers. Nazi bad dude cops were called stormtroopers. They walk in unison. This is is it an allegory? Allegory? That's a too early in the weekend morning word, right? Allegory. It is just an extension of a fantasy, of a fictionalization of bad government taking control. And that's what the Bad Batch is kind of doing. They're trying to decide what team they're on. All these people who are poor come in, I need a job, whatever. Okay, we'll put a stormtrooper hat on you. Go do what we say. And then we get Finn years later going, I ain't killing these farmer boys because that was me, right?
Yeah.
All comes around. All right, let's keep going. Did I make any sense there?
Not very much.
Project War Mantle first appeared as one of many names of secret Imperial projects stored on the Scarif facility, from which Jyn Erso, one of my favorite characters. I don't want to die, but if you got to die, you got to die in a beach, right? And her team stole the Death Star plans in Rogue One. Its identity was confirmed in the Bad Batch episode Trace, when Admiral Rampart, funny name, said it was the code name for the effort to shift the Empire away from using clone troopers to conscripts. There's a lot of connections here. I like the fact that they're killing off characters from episode 2. More the better. Can't stand that movie. Episode 2. Oh, episode 2. Not episode 2 of the Bad Batch. Episode 2 of Star Wars. I'm assuming that's what you mean, right? Yeah. So the giraffe people. Kaminoans. There you go. Oh, came out that right. The perfect example is
you need your coffee.
I do. I didn't have any coffee. All I've had is some of a Diet Pepsi. The perfect example is the scientist.
Dad, let's have coffee before your live stream.
I was sleepy. The perfect example is the scientist that hired another bounty hunter like Finnick to try to protect Omega. We're going to have to get to Finnick here in a minute. Yep, correct. Okay, yeah, Dan was talking about episode 2 of the big movies. Okay, that makes more sense. I don't know. I'm sleepy. My apologies. Dare. This episode is set on the planet Darrow, a new location. I didn't even notice that. I don't know, but it's in this list, so I thought I'd put it there. And then mastiffs, the dog-like creatures the stormtroopers used to hunt down escapees. They're kind of scary, right?
Yeah.
They're like mastiffs.
They actually kind of remind me of those giant things in Avatar that, like those giant predators in Avatar.
Oh, yeah, huh? They were cool looking in Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call.
Cool
Good call.
creatures.
Which have appeared throughout the franchise. They debuted in the Attack of the Clones. Almost as guard dogs for the Tusken Raiders. I don't remember that. Okay, I like Tusken Raiders though. More recently, they gained.
Yeah, they have been on They have been seen around Tusken Raider camps when they're showed in this show. Yeah, I have seen them around Tusken Raider
Maybe.
camps.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay. More recently, they gained wide recognition as pets instead of, or in addition to, guard animals. When Din Djarin put a good Dogu in the Mandalorian. That's Din is, he's Mando.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Those are a couple. I saw that this morning and I found it interesting. I thought there was some neat Kaminoan giraffes. Go ahead.
I didn't mention anything about the
Don't whisper. Talk louder.
Did they mention anything about the end?
No, that was it. This was just about some Easter eggs. This article wasn't about the whole show. This was about some Easter eggs, which I found very interesting as I was scrolling this morning. So let's get to the show today. So we go to a planet and they think there's, or a moon or what. We go to a place and they think there's nothing there. Well, what does that tell us? There's something there, right? I mean, why else would they go?
Yeah, rule number one of Star Wars: appearance is never should never be relied
and
on.
The outer reaches, that's where all the coolest characters are and the biggest bad guys. So we go there and there's a big mountain.
And also, no matter what, do not say I have a bad feeling about this, because every time they say that, something always goes wrong. Do not say that. That should be the number one rule in Star Wars.
Also, don't say commence primary ignition, because then.
Yeah, bad idea.
Moving on. So then we got this big mountain. What's inside the mountain? What do you think's inside the mountain? It reminded me very much of one of the scenes in The Mandalorian season 2 where go ahead.
It actually reminded me of, how Starkiller Base had a giant weapon firing built into the planet. It kind of reminded me of that at first.
Yeah, that's true. I was going to say in Mandalorian the scene where the episode where Cara Dune and the little short guy that molts and I don't know. They went on a trip to I think it was it was like a base that they didn't know was there. Reminded me very much of that. I should have looked at which one that was. Doesn't matter. So we go there, we look inside, and we're basically inside a stormtrooper training facility. I mean, is that what we're looking at? Was that the first time we?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
The pre-iteration of Star Wars. I'm sorry, of stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Star Wars stormtroopers, I guess. And they're not stormtroopers yet, but they kind of are. By the way, I was watching somebody else's review, and they made a good point. I'm just going to have to steal it right here. Why don't our guys, the Bad Batch, just get a uniform, and when they're going to, they can put it on and jump in, and then nobody would know. They could walk around anywhere. Also,
true.
Star Wars, put in some cameras. Why? I don't know. Why are there no cameras anywhere? Like, we got 4 stormtroopers.
Maybe they're too fancy tech for cameras, because Star Wars does have crazy advanced technology.
I feel like a lot would be fixed with just some cameras. All right. Anyway, we dive in. We see what their training is. What we know now as stormtroopers, right? These are the future stormtroopers. And then we meet the guy, and we're trying to save him. It's kind of a weird episode, but I really, really liked it. Now, I don't want to jump too fast to the end. But oh my goodness! Why don't I let you?
Most ridiculous cliffhanger.
Why don't I let you dive in? Because I know you have some things you want to say, and we're not like we have to end on the hour, but we have 14 minutes to the hour, so I'm trying to jump forward. So, what did you want to talk about at the end? I mean, so we had a large fall.
Hunter almost died.
He got talk about Avatar. It was like that fall from Avatar, where the guy falls all the way down and lives.
Yeah, to put it simply, Hunter got very, very, very lucky.
By the way, if you haven't seen this show, yet, probably leave. Like, I want you to stay.
Probably scoot unless you want.
We're gonna give away stuff that's kind of spoilers. I mean, we do the show on Saturday, so you can watch it on Friday and then come in. But you be you.
And this is the good part of the entire episode. So I would skedaddle if I were.
So let me just ask you. They've got time now. When he fell out of the transport or whatever that was, do you think he was dead?
He's Hunter. He can handle a lot. I knew he could handle a fall, but I didn't know he could handle this fall. So I was my heart was pounding the entire time when it was falling. So,
we know that they're not all going to, I guess we don't. They're not all going to make it, right?
We don't know that for sure, but that would likely happen. Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, so by the way, Tech did another funny thing today. When
What?
Omega was piloting the ship and trying her best to keep it together, she said, "I can't hold it." Tech said, "That is accurate. I'll take over."
Yeah, I know you love that one, huh?
Yeah.
Tech's one of your favorites. I don't know. Wrecker and Hunter. I like them all. Omega taking the stick and flying around is pretty cool.
Yeah, she's grown a lot. She's learning to use her head over.
I'm starting to wonder if she's using her head. Every time they have somebody that they like, oh, we got to save them, and everything. I don't know. At some point, that's going to get them in trouble. It's very endearing.
May I remind you, Dad, she is a kid. Right now, she's
You
just
may
a kid
remind
with
me.
a pure heart, and she doesn't want people to get hurt.
I used to have a pure heart.
Everyone has. You do have a pure heart.
Oh, you want ice cream or something? Okay.
So-
How many years in terms of age are Omega and Hera Ahsoka? I don't know.
Don't know.
Do you know?
Nope.
You already said. Jay says, how does the Empire or First Order build all these amazing bases? Taxes. They steal from the people.
Yeah.
Only to be blown up in a few seconds. Right, Jay? Jay, by the way, Jay Skywalker. So
blown up by the rebels.
I mean, you do make a good point. They just keep building stuff and it keeps blowing up. Hunter can't die. He's in one of the main characters. Right?
I really hope not.
Tell that to Obi-Wan Kenobi. All right. So anyway, I interrupt you. So Hunter falls and then... I thought he might die. You didn't. And then what?
He orders the team to get out of there. Omega is not happy about that.
What did you think? Did you think then, and do you think now they're going to go back and save him?
I was hoping that Tech would refuse to follow Hunter's orders and get him, but I was also kind of hoping he wouldn't because he was surrounded by stormtroopers, and if they did try to get him, they would get themselves killed. So it was probably best Tech disobeyed.
So,
and also,
Dan says it was. Oh, Dan. Okay, keep going. And then Dan said something that I was kind of gonna say. Go. Say what you were gonna say, and then I'm gonna dive into what Dan just said.
He got caught, and then while he was in the detention cell, Crosshair showed up, and cliffhanger.
So, I was about to say something, but it'll be better just to read this comment and then bounce off of that. My buddy Dan says, bit of a far-fetched plot. I don't think so, Dan. Do you think Crosshair is working super undercover for his buddies? Obviously, they are known for unorthodox strategies. I'm kind of thinking not out of the possibilities. And then Anthony says, when do you expect Crosshair to have his epiphany that he's making a mistake siding with the Empire and go back to the Bad Batch? So, on the Rainbows and Unicorn side, because I already think it's starting to happen after he had a heart-to-heart talk with Omega. He's realizing he's making a mistake taking orders from the Empire. Okay. On the Rainbows and Unicorn side of the argument, the guys come and they save the two, and they take out the bad guys, and or we've placed them on the opposite side of the Empire squarely, right? And then we move forward. That's a possibility. On the Darth Vader is real side, perhaps we lose some of the guys. Perhaps they make a sacrifice. And perhaps that is what sets us moving forward with whoever's left versus the Empire. Like,
I really don't like that last idea.
I know you never. I like Breaking Bad. So I think that is Crosshair deep cover. Maybe.
But
That's
if
what Dan
is,
says.
why not reach out to Hunter and the others, letting them know, oh, hey, I'm on your side. I'm trying to keep you guys out of trouble.
Because they haven't had to yet.
True. They have always been able to get themselves out of tough chance. But then why almost killing them?
I'm not saying I think that. I'm saying Dan's saying it, and I think what you have said in the past to me, I don't know if it was on the show or not, is you think that Crosshair will flip back.
That's what I want to happen, yeah.
It's because you like him.
Yeah.
Dan is saying maybe he's just deep cover.
But then why try to kill him, Dan?
I'm sorry. I hit a button. That was weird. I'm not even sure. Oh, I bet I hit remove right there. I got to move that off there. Ooh, sorry. My fault. So anyway, I don't know what's going to happen. I guess this is a good impetus to put in there. What do we think is going to happen? We've got 2 episodes left, maybe forever. Like, again, we don't even know if we're going to have another season of this. Like, we could have 2 more episodes forever. That was me, Anthony. That was me, Jay. Sorry. Yeah, we lost some people, I think. It was my fault. I hit a button.
I took my screen off. I didn't realize.
Can I finish?
Yes, anything you want.
Dan.
Sorry, everybody.
Dan, real fast. What do you think is going on? Like, if you think, if your suspicion is correct and Crosshair is trying to keep him out of trouble, why try to kill him?
He says, I think Crosshair was missing on purpose. Best sharpshooter in the galaxy who keeps missing? I don't know.
Yeah, that does not make sense.
It does. Well, it makes Dan's idea make sense. You mean missing doesn't make sense?
I'm just saying it doesn't make sense for the best sharpshooter in the galaxy to miss unless he's doing it on purpose. So you do make a good point.
I can tell you that Dave Filoni is 3 steps ahead of us. If you don't know who Dave Filoni is, you should. He's a Star Wars guy with the cowboy hat
He's only the director of The Mandalorian, the original Clone Wars.
He directed 1 episode. He's a producer, executive producer, and he's the creator of the animated Star Wars worlds. Let's put it that way. I think there's something there, Dan. I do. I think what she wants to have happen and what you're projecting is a possibility. I think maybe, how do I say this? I think Crosshair isn't as firmly at the end of the show, at the end of 2 more episodes, isn't as firmly with the bad guys as we think. And I think that maybe we don't have the full Bad Batch left by the end of the show. I don't know. I feel like there's going to be some kinds of sacrifice to make us go, oh, is that Omega? It's not going to be Sid. We don't care about Sid that much. It's going to be one of the guys or Omega. Could Crosshair end up at the very, very end sacrificing himself to let the guys get away? That's kind of where I'm at. That's what I think. Crosshair is going to, yeah, I'm on this side, but these guys are my brothers. And he'll do something. I don't know. But you know what? Here's what I do know. Here's what I'm positive I'm right about. Dave Filoni is better at this than I am. So Dave Filoni is going to have a great story, and I can't wait for the next 2. So what did you think of this episode, and what do you think of the show so far? Let's talk about this episode. On a scale of 1 to 10, this episode was a
10. Without
yeah,
question.
I'm giving it a 10 too. I enjoyed it so much.
This episode,
10 womp rats.
I would give it 10 daggers.
I like it. I think that.
So seriously, I haven't experienced such an intense episode from Clone Wars since Hunter got shot.
Since the first one. Well, maybe since Fennec.
Yeah, since Fennec.
Yeah,
Hunter got shot
and
and Omega got taken. That was the most intense episode I can recall.
Was it Fennec and Cad?
I think so. Fennec and Cad Bane.
Yeah. That episode and then the first episode. But this one I put in the top 3. I think that we're well set up for number 15 and number 16. And I can't wait. Let's see what we missed in chat so far. Technically, he is not the best sharpshooter in the galaxy. We've seen Boba, and I think he might make a cameo in the show. I've heard that too. Technically, Crosshair isn't the best sharpshooter. Oh, you said that right. Okay, you said that twice. With bad breath, that's fine. I think there might be a connection there. I don't know. Will this connect to the December released book of Boba Fett? Is that what it's called? Yeah. Maybe. We'll see. Ninja. Hey, Mickey Bunch. Well, that's right. You can Ninja Watch. I don't know. I got to be honest with you. I don't even care. I'm just having fun. I can't wait for 15 and 16. We're definitely going to be watching it the day they come out, of course, like we all do. And I will be sad. 2 weeks from now, we'll be doing the last Bad Batch review show together. And I'll be a little sad because it's fun.
Yeah.
I like this way more than I enjoyed Loki. And I didn't not like Loki. I liked Loki plenty. And I'd be watching it still if it was still going. But it's more my story. I love Marvel stories too. This is my story. It's Star Wars. I'm almost more sad that it's ending than happy that we get 2 more. Isn't that stupid?
Yeah.
Kind of dumb. And I'm excited for December to get here when we've got Book of Boba Fett. There's some more Star Wars stuff. What else did you want to say as we close up the show for our friends here?
To be honest, we've covered everything.
I think we did too. There was a couple things I did want to say. There, Star Wars news and stuff. This show is a weekly show, and we talk about the news that is Star Wars every Saturday. But during the Mandalorian, during the Boba Fett, during the Bad Batch, we react and review to the shows that come out that week. Once the shows are done, though, we'll continue doing Star Wars news. And there was some big Star Wars news this week that I got to share. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Star Cruiser, whatever. They're building the Star Wars Hotel, right? The Star Wars Hotel that I'm going to have to get a new job to take all the kids to go to because I can't wait. I'm just going to want to live there.
Yeah, I can't wait to check it out.
They announced this week that there's a secret area. There's a secret area that people aren't going to know about that you're going to have to go find, and things are going to happen there. And, obviously it's a very immersive event. You go for 3 days or whatever, and you're immersed into the Star Wars universe. You're actually part of the story. There's a part of the hotel that is a secret hotel that won't be on the maps that you have to go find.
That looks awesome.
Yes,
Sounds
I
awesome.
can't wait.
Check it out.
I think there's something else that we'll get caught up in chat. Some really good articles about yesterday's episode. I'm not going to bore you with it too much, but why Hunter has emerged as a unique Star Wars hero. I'm not going to read that, but that's at starwars.com. You should check it out. Griswold family vacay announcements going on. Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel has now opening timeline. We should talk about that real fast right before we go. There's good news today for those who want to experience a galaxy far, far away. This is from the DVC blog, The Points Guy, I think. Yeah, The Points Guy. We're now one step closer to being able to experience the immersive world of Star Wars. One of the most anticipated editions of Disney's World Resort, Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser, just released a new teaser video loaded with details, including a spring 22 opening time frame. Yes, please. The tweet said, it was from Disney Parks, new details revealed, Disney Imagineers talk Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser opening spring 2022 at Walt Disney World. You're going to need to get a better job and get paid more so we can go to that.
You're going to need to get a better job.
Oh, yeah, it does sound like, I can't wait. Anthony says when they announced the Bad Batch before it came out, they would have said it was a limited series, like, for example, WandaVision. So definitely there's going to be a season 2. Well, it'll be about ratings, right? And I think the ratings, they don't give out ratings information. You can back out some information on some people are backing out information to get an idea. I don't think we have any data on how many people are watching this show, but Disney certainly does. I'd be shocked if it's not high. Just by watching the YouTube verse that I do, the amount of shows that do what we're doing, a reaction and review show, there's enough out there for me to think there's enough interest in this show. Yeah, save your money for next year, right? I just wish I had a mom who's like filthy rich and loves Star Wars. Joseph, again, I see you talking Russian. You can keep talking Russian. I don't know what you're saying, but again, I'm glad you're here. I hope you're having a good time. If we're putting a smile on your face, that makes me happy. I think, did I get all the chats? I don't want to ignore anybody. I think we got it all. So what do you expect? We'll end the show with, what do you expect over the next 2 weeks? What do you hope for? What are you scared of over the next 2 weeks? Anything else you want to say? And then we'll say goodbye in like a minute and a half.
I expect them to be launching a rescue mission to save Hunter.
Yeah.
Because the team, as always, just blindly followed orders. And I just want to point out one little thing.
What else do they exist for if not to take care of each other? So, yeah.
I just want to point out one little thing real fast. This is all Rex's fault. Just saying, if he hadn't asked them to get Gregor, this wouldn't have happened.
I don't understand. What are you talking about?
Rex asked Hunter and his team to go get Gregor.
Yes.
If he hadn't done that, we wouldn't be in this situation.
That's true.
So this is all Rex's fault. Just pointing that out.
I think it's the Empire's fault. They would just let people live their own things freaking life.
True. But still, we are in a situation because of Rex.
Jay makes a good point. Let's ask my target audience. Ready? Jay wants to know, would you rather have a trip to Europe or go to the Star Wars Hotel for 3 days? A week in Europe. 2 days in Italy, 2 days in Spain, 1 day in Spain, 2 days in France. Or, see how I do the itinerary so quickly? Or 3 days at Walt Disney World's Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser. Decide.
Considering since I am Italian, I kind of would want to stay in Italy.
Whoa! Really? You'd rather go to Italy?
Yeah, it's
over Star Wars?
I really like it, but I am Italian.
So my whole life,
about my culture.
My whole life, I've wanted to go to Italy. I'd rather go to Star Cruiser. It looks fun. All right, let's get caught up in chat, and then we will say goodbye. For Disney Paris, good call. Your grandma says Disney Paris. Do you know a dragon? A dragon. I swear I saw a dragon. He's under the castle in Disney Paris. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
The freaking dragon under the castle.
Dad, can I finish what I was doing earlier?
You can. It's your show. You can do whatever you want. And then we'll catch up in chat, and then we'll say goodbye.
So I also think that I hope that after Hunter and Crosshair have a little brother disagreement, Crosshair realizes that he's doing the wrong thing, and he helps Hunter escape. And I really don't want there to be a sacrifice, but I'm starting to think that might be what happens, because that would be unexpected, and Star Wars always has a tendency to give you something you don't expect.
It seemed to me that Crosshair was saying, I've been waiting for you. What did he say? I expected all of you, but you'll do, or something like that.
I wanted the whole squad, but
yes. I think that Dan might be on to something. And I think that there's, whether it was a plan or a fortuitous bounce of the ball, I think Crosshair's got a plan that includes the boys. Well, I guess I just got one. Let's get this done. I think Dan might be right.
You think
Disney right? Dan saying maybe Crosshair. I don't think it was a plan. I think Crosshair went and has come around to say, all right, I'm on their side. But I don't know. You know what? I say that and I could argue with myself too. I just know it's going to be fun over the next 2 weeks. Anthony says, off topic, I'm not sure if you were if you were a baseball fan, but what are your thoughts on both the Dodgers getting Max Scherzer and Trey Turner and the Yankees getting Anthony Rizzo and Joey Gallo? So I'm a huge baseball fan. I'm a huge Dodgers fan. I'm excited about Max and Trey coming to my Dodgers. I was bummed about Joey leaving Texas because I live here near the Arlington Stadium. He's going to do great. Joey's going to do great in New York, and so is Rizzo. He hit a blast last night for a home run there. Dodgers, Yankees World Series, maybe. I don't know. I still think the Rays are the best team in the East, and I think the White Sox and the Astros are going to have something to say about them in the AL. I don't know how the Dodgers don't take it. They're the best team in baseball, second best record in baseball, best roster in baseball, and they just got better. I'm a happy boy. Back to Star Wars. I loved this episode. I love this episode. I love this girl. I'm proud of you. I love doing the show with you. And you guys make it happen. Griswold, Jay, Eileen, Anthony, Disney Dan, Kelly Ishkra, all you people. We're just crazy people talking to ourselves if you're not here. So thank you so much. Here for a moment in that chat. Members of the channel, Ninja Watchers, anybody who participated, any and all of it, you make this fun because me and her look forward to this all week long to do with you. We love you guys, and I love you. Anything you want to say to them before we say goodbye?
Just have a distastic day.
We have spoken. The weekly Star Wars talk show every Saturday morning between 9 and 9:15. We start a little late Central Time. Tomorrow night, Creator Talk Live, 10 o'clock my time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, where we talk about this thing that is trying to grow on YouTube and Instagram, stuff like that. Lots of YouTube news. Lots of YouTube news. We're going to talk about that throughout the evening, 10 o'clock my time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, other clocks, other places, depending on where you live. And then check out Disney, Good Morning Disney, Monday through Friday, 9 to 9:15 start time, my time, 10 to 10:15 start Eastern Time. May the force be with you, Jay Skywalker. Love you all. Have a great weekend. Stay cool. It is hot here. And I just love you all. And we'll see you next Saturday for another episode of We Have Spoken.
And have a distastic day.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.